ABC Radio Northampton.
How you doing? It's Kerrie in for Babs with you till 10 o'clock. And when movies are released, they often have their red carpet premiere in places like London, New York, Tokyo, loads of other glamorous locations. You always see it, don't you, in a magazine or on the front of a website page, you know. But last night, there was a big film premiere right here in the region in Northamptonshire. And that is because the film was shot in the county and its lead actor and producer are also both from Northamptonshire. And Tyler Sharp is the creative mind behind Mr. Apple, which got its sold out premiere hometown debut. And it is so nice to have him back in the studio because I have spoken to you a couple of times throughout your film career. Hello, Tyler.
Hi, Kerrie. Thanks for having me again.
So come on, how was last night then?
Do you know, it's such an interesting question. I just don't know how to answer it. Oh my God. I feel like a mix of different things. To be honest, I'm quite flattered and just overwhelmed. I'm still quite stunned. I mean, so many people showed up. It was just so much support and love and light, and it was really nice.
Do you always feel humble when people like come out to events and stuff to watch your films as a filmmaker? Because I know as somebody that works in new music, I always feel so proud when people come out to gigs to support local artists and things like that.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
For you, it must be the same.
Yeah, I always think, why are you coming? Like, why do you need to come? Why are you interested? But it's really nice to just think that people are getting ready at home, they're putting on their outfits and they're coming to see the film that we made. It just makes it all worth it. We just want to show it to people.
And it was all in aid of the film Mr. Apple. So tell me about Mr. Apple.
Yeah, sure. So it was written and directed by a friend of mine called Ian D. Fleming. And it's all about love, loss and child bereavement. And basically in the film, it's around just under 30 minutes long. And it follows the story of Jeannie, who's around 10, who's played by Sabina, who's from Northamptonshire, and Carly Stenson, who plays Mummy, and then Matt Wycliffe, who's dad. And before Mummy dies, she gives this apple to Jeannie, and she names it Mr. Apple. She draws like a face on it with a Sharpie, and it becomes a totem to Jeannie once Mum dies, and it becomes her best friend. But the story itself it's about hope and that it gets better, and it's a complicated experience when you lose someone so close to you. And we see Dad and Jeannie go through that experience together, and yeah, it leaves us with a positive message of hope for grieving families and people who are feeling lost or lonely when someone close to you dies.
And it dives into some really tough themes, for some people, and it really is one of those stories that you mentioned is all about uplifting, about hope, but also showing the realities of the situation that your characters are in. So
Yes.
Where did that inspiration come from, and how much research goes into, making the storyline as realistic as possible, when it comes to the experiences of people actually going through this?
Yeah, I mean, it's so important that it's authentic. And we're partnered with Grief Encounter, who's a child bereavement charity. And, it was always our intention never to misrepresent the actual experience. And Ian he's got so much wisdom, is very experienced. He's got a life full of experience. So he was the right person to tell the story. And I think he told it beautifully. And, I don't know. I think Ian, he's not someone who does tons of research into these things, but he just tells it from the heart.
Yeah.
And his experiences inform his writing.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Being able to really emote and, get people to watch the stories and stuff, because when it comes to films, there's quite a lot out there now. We're in the age of Netflix, of every other digital platform and stuff. But, these short films and things, they can really get that full story into a very short space of time.
Yeah, it's a real art, I think.
It is. And, you shot it here in Northamptonshire, for example. Whilst, we love films that go out across the east, there's some really great hubs, and Northampton is one of those. Was it important for you? Because you're kind of from here, aren't you?
Yeah,
You live
I was
here,
born
everything.
here, yes. I mean, it was really important, and it was ultimately one of the best decisions for the film. The amount of support that we've got has been it's incredible. I mean, we're so moved. Ian is blown away. I mean, of course I'm blown away. And Ian said to me one day, why don't we shoot this in Northamptonshire? I was like, why would we do that? I regretfully say that. But we came down here. We just received so much support, so much love. And so many people want to be involved. I mean, yesterday at the premiere, we had people, that we worked with, and they said, if you ever need help again, just let me know. It was so much it was just Yeah, I mean, it was a great decision to make.
The really great thing as well is it's not just the people working on the film that are from Northamptonshire behind the camera, it was the people in front of it as well. So 12-year-old Sabina is your lead actor.
Yes.
So how did you find her?
Well, we did a bunch of, oh God, it was quite a hard process, but we had open workshops hosted by one of my mentors, Jenny Wilson, and I went to theatre school. She was my theatre school teacher, and we did these open workshops, saw loads of kids, and Sabina, she really just stood out to us. She just, I was always just thinking when I was looking at her performance, like, what is she thinking? What's going on in this young girl's mind? And she just delivered. She's incredible, and she's got such a future ahead of her. I'm so happy that she's based in Northamptonshire, and that we could give this opportunity. But also, she's done so much of the film, it can't be made without a good performance from her.
That's very true. And you mentioned, the need to find a local actor, like, have somebody from these areas, because often people think that you have to go to the big cities, the Londons, the Manchesters of the world to make a film, but that's just not the case, is it? Wherever you're from,
No.
anywhere in the East region, whether you're from somewhere like Essex, you're somewhere from Suffolk, Cambridge, Northampton, Herts, Beds, Bucks, all of those places, there's so many different pockets of talent outside of those big cities, isn't there?
Definitely. I mean, so many people commute to London, it's the thing, but they come from different places. But Northampton, full of, I mean, when I went to the expo the other day at Northampton Film Festival, I saw how many, I didn't know, and I'm still learning and still seeing how many creative people there are who are based in Northamptonshire. I mean, it's so nice to see. And, whatever project that I do in the future, I intend to do it here.
And for you, this is not your first project. This is not our first rodeo of chatting on local radio, because you've had The Pigeon of Waterloo, you've had
Yes.
Keep Off the Grass, and
Yes.
you've had some quite exciting news on the Channel 4 front, haven't you, from
yes.
one of those projects?
Yeah. So Keep Off the Grass, it went on to Channel 4, which was kind of like the kickstart of my journey, I would say.
Remind us what that one was about,
So
because
it's
this
about-
was a really great film that I think showcased and highlighted what you're about as a creator.
Oh, thank you. It's about homophobia in football, and basically it's a very taboo topic in football. But, I joined the project because I just wanted to be a part of telling that kind of story. It's very different, and it also leaves us with a positive message of hope.
Yeah, definitely. I remember watching it because you submitted it for a film festival here in the East, and it was a fantastic watch. It was absolutely brilliant. Honestly, if you have a moment and you can go onto Channel 4 and watch this film, it's brilliant. It's called Keep Off the Grass. So with that in mind, then, you've just had your premiere. You've got a film on Channel 4. You've had, amazing success across the board with everything
thank
you've
you.
made so far. So what does 2024 hold for you? Because you've been in a bit of telework as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I've worked in TV for a bit. I would love to just see where things take me. I don't know. I feel like a lot will come out of Mr. Apple, for sure. I'm very excited. I have a clean slate, so if anyone wants to work with me, then do get in touch. But no, I'm very excited. I don't really know what the future holds, and that kind of excites me. This is the first time where I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
And Mr. Apple, how can we see it? Can we see it somewhere?
Yes, we will be returning to Northampton, that's for sure. We're going to be screening it across the world. We'll be touring the UK. But yeah, I'd just like to say thank you to all of our partners, to UAL, to Celtex, and to Bob, and to loads of people who without this film would not be possible.
It was a real team effort. And Tyler, honestly, every single time you come back with a new film, I'm just absolutely blown away by your creativity,
you.
The way you deliver it, absolutely everything from the visuals. And I think you really are flying the flag for filmmakers, around the UK, anyone who wants to get involved with film, showing that, you can make some fantastic films if the story is at the centre of everything, because that is what it's about, isn't it?
Fundamentally, story is everything. That's why this film is so great, because Ian's such a good writer.
Well, that's Tyler Sharp there, the producer behind the new film Mr. Apple. It's been filmed in Northamptonshire, right here in the East, and it's got its red carpet premiere